Kate Hudson is one of the most recognizable actresses in the world, thanks to such hit movies as Almost Famous and How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. But how much do we really know about her? Here's some weird things everyone seems to ignore about Kate Hudson. You might be surprised to learn that Kate Hudson's eyes are green. The reason this fact is surprising is because she routinely finds herself getting photoshopped on magazine covers. In 2008, during the European premiere of her movie Fool's Gold, she revealed, "I can't tell you how many covers of magazines I've been on when my eyes were blue. I don't have blue eyes. I have green eyes. So you just kind of go with it, you know? It's like, it is what it is. And that's what people do, you know?" And Hudson's eyes aren't the only body part of hers that often gets altered. It was reported in 2008 that her bust size had been digitally enhanced on the posters for Fool's Gold. She was quoted as saying, "They are totally not my boobs. Mine aren't that big. On the poster, they look perfect, and if I ever got my boobs done, I'd take that poster to the doctor and say, 'This is what I want them to look like.'" In 2019, Hudson made an appearance on Live with Kelly and Ryan and said something about her son Ryder Robinson that may have raised a few eyebrows.
I was like 12 when
You were 12 when you
Yeah, in terms of like a Hollywood actress.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I say in terms
No,
of
you
a
were
Hollywood
young,
actress,
yeah.
I was like a teen mom.
Hudson's actual age when she gave birth to Ryder back in 2004 was 24. At the time, she was married to musician Chris Robinson, lead singer of the Black Crowes, and her movie career was more or less in its infancy. Because of all that, she felt like an unusually young mother. As she put it, "Me and Reese Witherspoon were like teen moms. We had kids really super young." Witherspoon had her daughter Ava in 1999 when she was just 23. So it makes sense that the two actresses have bonded over having babies early in their careers. Since having Ryder, Hudson has gone on to have 2 more kids. In 2011, she and her then partner, Muse lead singer Matt Bellamy, welcomed a son named Bingham. And then in 2018, she and Danny Fujikawa welcomed a daughter named Ronnie Rose. Anyone who keeps tabs on celebrities knows that Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra are married. But before that, Jonas had at least some sort of relationship with Kate Hudson. The two of them have been extremely hush-hush about their time together. And it's not exactly clear why. When Complex asked the singer in 2016 if he and Hudson were intimate, he chuckled before thoughtfully responding, "Kate's incredible. We had an unbelievable connection as two humans who just admire things about each other and see something in each other that's beautiful." But he refused to elaborate too much, saying instead, "Out of my best effort to respect her and her privacy, I'm not going to say if we had sex or not, but we did have a beautiful connection. Even now, I have so much admiration and respect. She's amazing." While it's unclear why these two have remained so tight-lipped, it does at least seem like they had a lot of fun spending time together. In September 2015, People magazine reported that they had spent the day together at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Florida, after which Hudson attended one of Jonas's concerts. A source told People that she gave him a hug and a quick peck before going back to her seat. As for what else happened, we may never know.
Casual. I don't like addressing any kind of gossip.
Lovey
stuff.
gossip.
No.
Hudson has happily been dating her current partner, Danny Fujikawa, since December 2016. But it turns out they've known each other for much longer than that. In an Instagram post celebrating their first anniversary, she opened up about their first date and the surprising way that they met. As she explained, "The first time I met Danny, I was 23 and enormously pregnant with Ryder. His stepsisters are my best friends, and so it goes we have been in the same circle for over a decade. After that first meeting, the two remained friends, but there was no romantic spark until 15 years later." Hudson also revealed, "Danny took me on a hike, and what I thought was just a hike with a family friend turned very quickly into an unexpected first date. No moves were made on this first date. In fact, it took months for him to make a first move." Having known Fujikawa as a family friend for many years, and having met him while she was pregnant, it's clear that Hudson has a special bond with her partner. As she put it on Instagram, "On our 15th year of knowing each other, we were able to open our hearts to each other to feel so much pure love, and it's been truly incredible." Kate Hudson knows what it's like to be a mother, but that didn't stop her from rubbing some of her fans the wrong way when she made a somewhat controversial comment during an interview with Cosmopolitan in 2017. When she was asked to name the laziest thing she'd ever done, she answered, "Have a C-section." While there's a good chance that she was being facetious, many people nevertheless took to social media to express their dismay at the flippant remark. One fan tweeted, "I lost all respect for her. I have had 2 C-sections out of necessity, so not lazy. Took months to recover." Another remarked, No method of childbirth is lazy. Hudson had a C-section when she gave birth to her first child, and while her lazy remark may have sparked controversy, it's possible that she found the experience easier than her 2 subsequent times in labor. Hudson comes from a lineage of Oscar-nominated actresses, as her mom is Goldie Hawn. Mother and daughter are very alike and incredibly close, which they demonstrated during a 2020 interview with People magazine, during which Hudson revealed, "We talk a lot about sex, surprisingly." According to Hawn, she started speaking to her daughter about the birds and the bees at an early age, as she confessed, "I said, I want you to understand something about mommy. I'm not a prude." As Hudson got older, the honest discussions continued. Looking back, she told her mom, "You were trying to engage and asking like, what was going on with me sexually? I was like, Mom, let's just say that I'm kind of a sexually oriented type of personality." And she goes, "Please, I have known that since you were 2 years old."
I love her honesty.
Mother and daughter are so close that it was a foregone conclusion that Hawn would be in the delivery room when her grandkids arrived. During a 2019 appearance on The Ellen DeGeneres Show, she recalled, "I'm trying to get in on the doctor to try to look over his shoulder. And now I see the head and I'm going, oh, there's the head. And then it went back and he said, Goldie, if you get any closer, you're going to fall in." Hudson has been romantically linked to more than one heartthrob, and in April 2020, she revealed that there's one other star she would have dated if he had just made a move. During an appearance on The Tonight Show, she noted that she'd recently found out that Jimmy Fallon had a crush on her while they were filming the 2000 movie Almost Famous.
"I had no idea. You gave me no indication."
Fallon responded to this bombshell revelation by saying, "I don't know. I felt like I gave a little indication. I thought we were good together. We were good buddies. We hung out all the time." However, Hudson wasn't having his version of events, as she laid down the cold hard truth by declaring, "Jimmy, if you would have actually made a move, I would have totally gone there." Fallon doubted this, but Hudson doubled down and told him, "I remember thinking to myself, like, why has Jimmy never made a move? And then I just kind of realized, oh, well, he's not into me like that. I was just like, okay, well, whatever, you know." After hearing all this, Fallon and Hudson will forever be our favorite celebrity couple that almost was.
Who knows? Who knows? Our whole life trajectory could have been different.
It might come as a surprise to many Kate Hudson fans to learn that her middle name is Garry. That masculine moniker might sound like a strange fit for such a feminine person, but it actually carries a very personal meaning for Hudson and her family. In a 2014 interview with the Australian newspaper, The Daily Telegraph, the actress explained that her mom's favorite uncle was named Garry. He passed away before Hudson was born, so her mom decided to bestow the name onto her daughter. When asked how she felt about being given a masculine name, she replied, "I love it. I've had more laughs about that than anything else. When people say, 'What's your middle name?' and I go, 'Garry,' they're like, 'What?' But, you know, I think there's something about it. I like how androgynous it is. It did actually end up suiting my personality, so my mom was really in tune, I guess." It would seem that Hudson was inspired by her own experience when it came time to name her new baby daughter in 2018. She explained on Instagram, "We have decided to name our daughter Ronnie, after her grandfather Ron Fujikawa. Ron was the most special man who we all miss dearly. To name her after him is an honor." Hudson had some unusual nicknames when she was growing up, and they weren't particularly complimentary. In a 2008 interview with People magazine, when she was named one of the 100 most beautiful people in the world, she revealed, "My brother Oliver called me Hammerhead because my eyes were on the side of my head. They've kind of grown into where they're supposed to be now." And she's also been known as Dumbo, as she's always had ears that stick out. We know that siblings can be cruel to each other, but it's hard to believe that Hudson was ever anything other than stunningly beautiful. But it at least seems that she wasn't all that fazed by these potentially mean nicknames. As she told People, "I was a tomboy. I had 3 brothers. I was the girl with the dress on who always came back in the house filthy with scrapes and bruises." Despite being an Academy Award-nominated actress, Kate Hudson still struggles to watch her own performances. During a 2017 interview with the Hudson Union Society, she revealed, "When you're acting, you're not thinking about what you look like. When you're in it, it's a completely different experience than when you're watching it." Hudson did note that the process of making the 2009 rom-com Bride Wars was a bit different than usual, as she was also a producer on that movie. Thus, she had more of a hand in how it got made, which made her feel at least a little more comfortable watching it later. But when she has no control over the filmmaking process, she feels less inclined to watch the finished product. As she explained, "On a film where you go and you show up and you put your all into something, and then it goes to the director and the editing room, you don't know what to expect. You don't know what take they're going to use. You don't know how the scene was edited. The whole experience is just completely anxiety-ridden for me. Hudson also admitted that, believe it or not, there are some movies of hers that she's never watched. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite stars are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.